Hey everybody, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about our background on getting started on the Dave Ramsey baby steps and going into more detail for baby step 1. So let's get started. So before we dive into the baby steps, I'm going to give you a quick background on me and my husband and kind of what our journey has been like so far before we started the baby steps. We were married in July of 2017 and we started our baby steps in September of 2018. It basically came down to the fact that we were sick and tired of spending so much money going out to eat and not enough money being put away into our savings to save up for a house. So we decided to look into something to control our finances a little bit more. So the first thing that we started to look at was the envelope system. So when we first started the envelope system, I wasn't exactly sure what it entailed, and basically I just went out and bought a bunch of white envelopes and just started writing down at the top of each of them what we were going to put into this envelope or what it was going to be used for. I wrote down the different weeks of the months and how much we were going to spend each week. During that time, we weren't exactly sure what to do with the cash, if we wanted to pull out cash to put into our envelopes, how we wanted to go about that. So what I ended up doing first is printing out a bunch of Monopoly money that we were using to break apart and put into our envelopes. And we quickly realized this was not the best way to go about this, because we would go to the grocery store with our debit card, we would swipe it and then have to come home and remember and take out the Monopoly money and figure it all out. So this was just not the way to go about it. From there, we decided to do a little bit more research, and I came across a person here on YouTube named Alyssa who had a great tutorial on making her envelopes and how she got started. So I watched her envelope making tutorial and I ended up using a bunch of scrapbook paper and lamination to make my own envelopes, but we still hadn't created a budget and we weren't exactly sure what the envelope system was all about. So before I knew it, I had way too many envelopes and still didn't know exactly how to make this work in order to fund what we wanted to do with our envelopes. So what I decided to do from there is to scrap everything and kind of dive deeper, because on Alyssa's channel she talked about Dave Ramsey. And we had heard about Dave Ramsey but wasn't exactly sure what he was all about. So I decided to pop over to his YouTube channel, which I'll also link down below, and kind of get into a little bit more detail on his view. So in September of 2018, after we learned a little bit more about Dave Ramsey, I went out to Barnes & Noble and I bought this bullet journal. And I decided that this is where I was going to put all the information that went along with the envelopes. I am a teacher, so anything that I can physically touch and color, something that's color coordinated, really piqued my interest. So I'm going to dive in here, open it up, and show you exactly what baby step 1 looked like for us. So here is our page for baby step 1. Like I mentioned, we started in September and we started with $460 in September, because what we decided to do is I went and I took the money out of savings and the money out of our renter's insurance and out of the date night envelope. And I decided to take all this money out and put it into the emergency fund envelope. We were kind of starting backwards and we had our money spread really thin, but the very first step for baby step 1 is to save that $1,000. So I took the money out of the other envelopes and just put it right into here in September. And so, like I mentioned, I am a teacher, so I get paid once a month. My husband gets paid every 2 weeks, but he also has a side job where he brings home cash daily as well. So something that was kind of interesting for us for the baby steps is figuring out how to do the baby steps while not getting paid consistently. And so that's something that I'm going to make another video on if you guys are interested in what that looks like as well. So we started in September with $460, and by October 6th we were able to reach our $1,000, and we still have that in here. We have our $1,000 emergency fund. We did have to use it one time, which you will find out in our next video about that as well. But we do have this set aside, and that is when we completed baby step 1. So after baby step 1 is baby step 2, which will be our next video. But I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about baby step 1 and give you a little bit of encouragement, because they say that this is the hardest step, changing your thoughts and processes in trying to get up to that $1,000. But I just wanted to let you guys know that it took us a couple months to kind of get this figured out. Even after the $1,000, as you'll see in the next videos to come, we had some ups, we had some downs, and basically it brought us closer together. But without the two of us working side by side, none of this ever would have worked. So I just want to give you a little bit of encouragement, and I hope you guys can join us on this journey, whether you're on baby step 1 or baby step 2. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions at all, leave them in the comment section below, and like this video and stay tuned for baby step 2. Thank you guys for watching.